Come to a comfortable seated position. Slowly draw your mind's point of attention into the inner world, cultivating more subtle sense perception. Settle the mind, settle the body, and draw your attention into the awareness of your breath. The subtle sensation of the inflowing and the outgoing breath. Notice the first points of contact that the breath makes with your body. Perhaps you feel the breath around your nose, your throat, your chest, your diaphragm, or anywhere else throughout the body. And be aware of the pace of the inflowing and the outgoing breath, noticing the quality, the texture, the rhythm, the pace of the breath. And if you have a hard time focusing on the sensation of the breath, you might find it useful to say in as you breathe in, out as you breathe out, to help keep the power of your concentration more steadily focused on the sensation of your breath. There may be a tendency to judge or control or manipulate the breath. See if you can let that go and just let the breath naturally unfold in whatever pace or rhythm that it seems to fall into on its own accord. Cultivate an attitude of equanimity, where the mind is simply aware of what is, breath as breath, without any need for the breath to be anything particular, without any need for the breath to be fantastical, and the pure experience of the inflowing and the outgoing breath without any value judgments that you might make about good or bad. Try to cultivate for these few moments of mindfulness a state that is simply aware, a state which is beyond the normal tendency of the mind to judge, qualify, and divide. Instead, just be with what is, the pure realm of breath as breath. If you notice that your mind has a hard time focusing on the breath, stay with the reality of the inflowing and the outgoing breath. In as you breathe in, out as you breathe out, and be very focused, keenly attentive towards the reality of the sensation of your breath. So, for example, if you feel your breath passing in and out through the nostrils, then stay there and focus on the sensation of the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. Focus in on the subtlety of the sensations, noticing the exact points of contact your breath makes with your body. Similarly, if you notice that your diaphragm moves, your chest moves as you breathe in and out, then focus in on the actuality of those sensations. If the mind gets distracted, you find yourself veering off into other thoughts. You find it hard to concentrate. As soon as you notice the mind has gone off, practice remaining friendly, ever patient, and yet persistent. And then just gently draw the mind back to the breath, without any negativity, without any value judgment on the quality of mind which has wandered. Simply observe that the mind has gone, and then come back to the breath. Back to the breath. And focus in on the reality of the sensation that you feel, the pure experience of what is. Over and over again, this simple practice of keeping your attention on the breath, called anapanasati, inflowing, outgoing breath awareness, helps calm the mind and redirect your point of attention inward. In each breath that you're able to stay focused, the mind is able to calm down. Each breath that you're able to remain attentive towards is like a circuit breaker that helps regulate the pace of thinking and gives your nervous system a much-needed respite from the hyper-stimulated quality of the mind left unchecked. Now that the waters of the mind have stilled ever so slightly, bring your attention to your heart center and feel your breath moving in and out at the level of the heart, keeping your attention focused on the reality of the sensation at the level of the heart. Feeling the heart accept this awareness as compassion, connection. Plant the seeds of metta, loving kindness in the heart. Gently, quietly, feel the vibration of love, peace, and harmony emanating outward from your body, infinitely outward, so that all beings share in your peace, your happiness, and your love.